working for my Etsy shop? If you're one of these people that is sat there saying, I've tried everything, I don't understand, nothing is working, then definitely grab a cup of tea or a cup of coffee and keep watching this video. Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I've got my cup of tea made with a brand new kettle, so I'm excited. It's going to taste super clean. It's like the fresh page in a new notebook. You don't really want to write on it, you don't really want to use it, but it's so clean and so fresh you cannot resist doing it. So before we begin, please do not forget to subscribe for weekly Etsy tips and tricks. Also, do not forget to give this video a big thumbs up and join the free Facebook group as well, because I am live in there every single Friday and it's free to join as well. So definitely join the Facebook group. But today we are here to talk about, a lot of you out there have messaged me recently and said, look, nothing is working for my shop. I'm new to your channel. I'm new to you. Is there anything you can do to help me? Is there anything you can suggest that will help me out? And the first thing I want to really preface this by saying is that on the internet, a little knowledge is a dangerous thing. I mean, I don't really want to go into it too much, but there is a lot of people on there that are giving you dangerous advice. There are a lot of YouTube channels, there are a lot of blog posts, there are a lot of books and courses and things like that that are actually giving you damaging advice to your Etsy shop, and it's really wrong. It's really awful to see this myself. I have had people come to me from so-called Etsy gurus that have given them advice, they've come back and it's completely damaged their shop. So I just want to preface this by saying, just stop. Just stop. Let's talk about it together. Let's have a cup of tea, a cup of coffee, and let's talk about it together, because you need to really just, first of all, stop watching Etsy videos, stop reading blog posts, stop wanting to buy loads and loads of different courses. Just stop. Just take a breather and take a breath and take a break and just stop. Have you ever made a cake? Random thing. Have you ever made a cake and you've done everything right, you mix it up and it's really dry? So you add an extra egg to make it a little bit wetter. Mix it up, then you realise it's too wet. I don't understand, it's not sticking, what's going on? So you add a bit more flour. Then it makes it too dry. Then you add more milk. Then that makes it too wet. Then you add some more baking powder or dry ingredients to make it more dry, and you're back and forth. Well, that is actually what you're doing with your Etsy shop. Your Etsy shop is the cake batter. You're doing this, and then you're doing that, and then you're doing this. And I think that's a really good visual understanding of Etsy shop owners that are sat there saying, it's just not working, I don't understand, I'm doing everything I can, and I can't do this, and I've tried Instagram and Pinterest and Facebook, and I've tried this, and I've tried Etsy ads and Etsy Plus, and It's just too much. And that cake batter is your Etsy shop. So together in this video, we're going to take a very quick step back, and I'm going to tell you why nothing is working for your Etsy shop right now. So number one is, I've already kind of said this, but stop watching Etsy videos, stop reading blog posts, stop taking courses. Take one place of authority, one person that you trust. It can be me. Believe me, I'm a top 1% seller on Etsy. I'm a full-time Etsy shop owner. A lot of Etsy shop gurus out there actually don't have successful Etsy shops and they're still teaching you. But it doesn't have to be me. It can be anyone that you want to. Find a place of authority and stick with it. The bad thing about having a lot of information on the internet is that a lot of us are taking this advice from that person, that from that person, that from that person, that from that person. Number one, not only are we creating a mishmash of advice in our Etsy shop that isn't actually the way that the experts actually wanted you to consume their information in the first place, but number two, you're actually overwhelming yourself and you're spending so much time on this thing and that thing and that thing. You're not actually doing anything really well. And it is a real sad fact for me to see that people are overwhelming themselves based off of the information that they've got from a blog post or a channel or a video or a course or something like that. And really, this is the biggest pitfall that I see a lot of Etsy shop owners fall into. I have fallen into it myself a few years ago. I was taking advice from this person, that person, and actually my shop just ended up being a non-working mishmash of stuff, of advice, of, you know, that one key thing that's going to get you Etsy sales. It doesn't exist, guys. If you're clicking onto a video that says, this will get you the Etsy sales you need, you can make $1,000 a day with this simple tip, I'm sorry, it's not going to work. And I know that a lot of you are looking for the quick fix. I would say there is no quick fix to Etsy. You can by all means take a shortcut and take have a take me by the hand strategy that will show you what to do, and that is what my course is all about. You can find out more about it in the description box below, but you're not going to find that with free videos and blog content and everything like that. So what you're actually doing is just overwhelming yourself. So the second thing is do one thing at a time, and I mean do one thing at a time. I think, again, I've mentioned that a lot of people that have contacted me, I've asked them, so what are you doing right now? And they'll give me like a list as long as my arm, and I'm thinking, number one, how on earth do you have the time in the day to actually do that and do those things well? And number two, are you just overwhelmed? And a lot of the time they say, actually, yeah, I feel super, super stressed. So make sure that you focus on one thing, and actually you want to focus on quality rather than quantity when it comes to marketing, especially for your Etsy business and your handmade business in general. And I know that a lot of people are saying, you need to be on Pinterest, you need to be on Facebook, you need to be on Instagram, you need to be on Twitter, you need to be on this marketplace, you need to be on Amazon Handmade, you need to be on ASOS, you need to be on... There's so many places and so many things that you can do for your business, and that's actually what makes it super, super exciting. But what doesn't make it exciting is when you're trying to do them all today, all yesterday, and all tomorrow and get it all done. It's not going to happen like that. Having a handmade creative business, a successful one, is going to be like this. There is no straight line. It is going to be like this. And focusing on one thing at a time. So I'm going to use social media as an example. Don't do Facebook, Pinterest, Twitter, whatever, Instagram. Don't do them all at once. Focus on one and master it, and make sure that that platform works for your business. Believe me, there are some platforms that don't work for all businesses. For example, with me, I did Twitter for a long time. I didn't really do it well. I tried it and then I pulled away because I realized that not only was I doing too many things, but also it wasn't working for my shop. There needs to be an ROI, a return on investment, for each platform that you are using. And you don't know what that is if you're trying to sort of medium, do lots of different things, mediocre, all at the same time. Focus on one thing and do that one thing well. And that actually leads me on quite neatly to my next point. So not only do you have to do that one thing well, but give it time. Give it time to start working. As we all know, business is quite a slow race. It really, really is quite a slow race. It's more of patience wins the race when it comes to having a business at all, but especially a handmade online business. As we all know, it takes between 60 to 90 days for Etsy SEO at least to be indexed by Etsy and for it to start working well for you. And this is the same with a lot of different things. And I would say actually 3 months is a really good waymark for you to have in your mind. If you're starting Pinterest, give it your all for 3 months. If by the end of those 3 months it doesn't work, then that's fine. You can say, I gave it my all, I gave it a fair shot, and it doesn't work for me. If you don't give it a real good fair shot, i.e. you put a lot of time and effort into it, how do you know that it's not going to work for you? You might get a year down the road and think, well, I did try Pinterest, but I didn't really try it very well, so I'll go try it again. You're actually wasting more time if you don't really try hard and give it your all in the first instance. So what I would say is that do it well and give it time, have patience. And the last tip is be consistent. Don't let it dwindle because it's beginning to work for you. I have been guilty of this when it comes to Pinterest. Pinterest for me, I love Pinterest. I find Pinterest super, super easy. I know it will work for me. I know it gets me sales every single day. And you kind of get a little bit complacent, right? You kind of start to think, well, you know, that's working for me. I'm just gonna like step back. But actually what happens is that the results start to dwindle, and that is something that I have fallen victim to. So when it starts to work for you, don't just sit back and go, okay, that's fine, now I can kind of pull it away a little bit more. By all means, if you want to pull away, you can outsource it to a virtual assistant. But what I would say is don't keep it consistent. Don't just pull away, let it dwindle, keep it consistent. And guys, with all of these tips and tricks, nothing ever beats getting support from a group of like-minded people. Now, as I've said, there is my Facebook group and we are all super supportive. We do not allow people that are negative, that bring you down, that are horrible to people, as soon as they do that, I get them out. So it is a real safe space, and I do go live in there every single Friday to do a Q&A, or I teach you guys something of value to you and your business. But definitely you need to find a safe space for you to voice your concerns, to get things off your chest. And that could be a big reason why you're not succeeding, is because you're taking it all on yourself, you're stressing yourself out. And you know, a jumbled mind will never be profitable to you and your business. There's too much going on, there's lots of clouds in your mind. Sometimes it's really cathartic just to go onto a group, get all of your worries out, or ask me a question when I'm going live, and actually just clear your mind. And honestly, that is a big thing that I would suggest that you do. And also as well, guys, if you are interested in taking a course, there is the Shortcut to Success course in the description box below. It is my course, it is my signature course. It's something that I've gotten so many results for so many students. So many students have taken their business full-time just with this course. So definitely check it out. But really, all the other tips are the most important. You need to be super self-aware, especially when you're running an online handmade business. So guys, I hope that was super helpful for you. I didn't actually get to drink any of my tea because I had a load of things balancing on my lap. But if you did like this video, please subscribe, give it a big thumbs up, and don't forget to join the Facebook group, and also to get your 30 days to a kick butt Etsy shop workbook. That's free. It's 76 pages worth. It's super amazing. That is in the description box as well. But for now, guys, I shall see you in the next video. Bye everyone.